What's going on, guys? My name is D Casanova, and today we are going to be doing something a bit special for this video. We're actually going to be going a little back in time. Now, I'm not saying all the way back to beta. No. We're just going back to Minecraft 1.8. So, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to just take a little dive back down memory lane, before I started designing my own skins and changing them every so often. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive right in. Okay, as you can see, I've got my current Spider-Man skin, good old red and blue, and it's, my Minecraft avatar. I think he looks like me. So, anyway, we're gonna climb up this mountain, and excuse me? What? What on earth? Grian? What are you doing? Grian? Hey, look at me when I'm talking to you, Grian. Wait. Hold on. Oh, wait. If there's a gap between the legs... Oh, and look at the animation of the arms. This has got to be NPC Grian. It's gotta be. It's gotta be NPC Grian. Okay. Press the button to start house building tutorial. Built and voiced by Grian. Command blocks and animation by Team Wooloo. Ah, okay. I see what's going on. Okay. I'll hit this button and begin.
Hello, my name is NPC Grian, and I'm here to teach you how to make a house. I'm going to give you a step-by-step first hand on how to do it.
Okay.
So let's start with the first step. We're going to need a base to our house. Here, let me draw something on the floor for you, and then start it off. All I need you to do is continue what I started, following what I drew on the floor. When you're done, we'll move on to the next one.
Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Okay. So, gonna take this cobblestone, and I'm gonna go around this border. Okay. That's nice and easy.
Well done, but we're going to need just a bit more than a base. So I'm going to start you off by adding some pillars. Here's the first one, and I've marked out where you should do the others. Now all I need you to do is raise them up all to the same height.
Okay.
While you're doing that, have some words of encouragement. Well done! Good job! I like what you're doing.
Whoa. I got some lag. Really bad lag spike. Okay. Okay. And... where'd he go? Oh, he's just invisible.
Okay, pretty straightforward, well done. But now we're going to have to finish our frame. So here, let me build the first beam for you. Now all I need you to do is to connect the others up around the edge.
Okay, that was some odd bug. Lag spike.
Okay, so now you've done that, that was fairly easy as well. You're doing really well. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing we did the last one. I'm going to create a pillar for the second story, and I'm going to mark out where you should raise it up to the same height. Off you go.
Okay, hopefully I'm getting all that right. My neighbor's dog is barking obnoxiously. I am sick of dogs barking. Alright, Grian.
Okay, good job, easy. Now you need to do exactly the same thing with this one. You need to match up the beams from pillar to pillar on the second story. I would say, I like what you're doing it all right, but I can't see because I'm just NPC Grian.
Yeah, that is a good point. And if you were the real Grian, you would have blown us up by now. For anybody who's familiar with the YouTuber of Grian, you would know that he was on a server called Minecraft Evolution, and he would always blow up Solidarity with TNT. And if you're not familiar with who Solidarity is, he's actually my favorite YouTuber, even though I haven't caught any of his live streams in a hot while. I really should get back into catching those because, honestly, he's very funny at times. Alright, what now? What's the next step?
Now that you've done the beams and we've got a basic frame, it's time to do a little bit of the walls. Here, let me fill in a small segment for you. I only want you to do the first floor at the moment, because we'll get to the second floor in a minute. So all I need you to do is fill in the rest with spruce wood. I would say I like what you're doing, but I can't see, because I'm just NPC Grian.
Okay. Now wait a minute. Did he say that he wanted all these sections filled in? I don't remember.
Remember when I said we're going to do the second floor wall later? I lied. We're going to do it now. So here, let me fill in the first bit for you again, and then you know what to do with the rest.
Okay.
So as you can see, we've put together a very rudimentary, very square house. So now we're going to do the roof and try and give it some shape. Bear with me here. All I'm going to ask you to do is mirror what I'm doing on the other side. Here, we're going to do the archway over the front of the house. Very shallow, and all you have to do, like I said, is mirror it to the other side so we have a complete arch. I wish I could tell you you're doing it right or wrong, but again I can't, because I'm just the voice of Grian, and not the real Grian. The real Grian would probably tell you what you're doing wrong or right.
How did I get a cookie in my inventory? Oh. Okay, so... I hate these leg spikes. So we have an upside down stair here. We get a regular stair there. What the... Okay, these leg spikes, I tell you. They're a pain to work around.
Well done. I'm assuming you've done that because now I'm talking again. So now I need you to do exactly the same thing we just did, but on the other side of the build. So here, let me build something on the side, and then you mirror it to the other side. Should be fairly simple, and I hope you're understanding where we're going from here.
Okay. Got a stair going something like that. Get a slab there. And then 2 cobblestone. An upside down stair and a slab. Like that. That looks right.
Okay, great. Now we need to work on the roof for the second story. But first, we need to do an overhang on both sides. So I'm going to do the front half, and I want you to, again, copy it over to the back half. You're just replicating what I'm doing, and I'm going to make 3 separate ones. Fairly simple. I chose cobblestone because it complements this build. And also, I want to point out that an overhang is a really important feature of any roof, and you should always make your roof 1 block bigger than the base of your second story or your first story or whatever you're building.
Oops. Okay. Okay. That light trip is done.
So I'm going to go on the first story and start making the roof with dark oak wood. I'm only going to be using half slab because I only want every layer to go up half the block at a time, so I get this really nice gradual curve. All you have to do is replicate it on the other side so we have that complete arch. Take your time and make sure you try and get it absolutely right.
Alrighty. And I think I did that right.
Great job! Now we've got that first roof, but now we need to do the one on the top. So here, again, I'm going to build the first one for you, and I'm going to make sure that the shape is perfect. All you have to do is extend this all the way down and ignore the cobblestone, don't build over that. So when you're finished, it should look like a fairly complete roof.
Okay.
Nice job, but the roof looks kind of flat and a little bit bland, so why don't we add a dormer to it? A dormer is the thing that juts out and makes a house look really front-facing and not side-facing. So again, I'm going to build one half of it and I want you to replicate it on the other, making sure that you get it block for block so it's nice and symmetrical.
Wait. Okay. Oops. Okay.
Nice one. And now you're starting to see that the house is gaining some shape. But we're still lacking a lot of details. So now what I want you to do First and foremost is that we need to complete this full frame. We've got a lot of cobblestone, but they're not linked up yet. So along the sides, we need to get our cobblestone stairs and link it up all the way along. Here, let me start it again for you, and then you need to finish the front and go round the back and link that bit up as well. And remember, if you're doing it wrong, I have no idea, so I'm just hoping you're doing it right.
Okay. So... Okay. Focus.
Okay, sorry for that quick tangent away from the dormer. Let's move back onto it. So first of all, we're going to need to layer in the front. All it is right now is just an arch in front of our roof. What we really need to do is to integrate it into the roof. So first of all, we're going to create a front, and I'll just do the first side of it for you, and then all you have to do is fill in the bit on the right. Easy peasy. In fact, I'm pretty sure my dog could do this one. You know what? If you get this one wrong, I'm out. I'm done. I'm only joking. I can't quit because I'm NPC green.
If you're NPC green, then how do you have a dog?
Okay, great. That was probably a really easy step. The next one's slightly harder, but again, you should be able to do this no problem. So we're going to be connecting up the dormer front to the rest of the roof, and all we're going to do is take that dark spruce again and fix it up. Here, let me do the first side for you, and then you again can do the other one on your own, no problem. Okay, cool. So we have a very complete house, pretty much. We now need to go into the nitty-gritty details of the walls and the rest of it and all the others. But the important thing is we have a shape. That can not be said for a lot of other builds. So be proud of where you've got to now. This is looking really good, if you've done it right. So, you may notice that I left a little balcony on the right-hand side. We're actually going to do a little bit of detailing here now. Let me lay out what I need you to do with 2 logs, and I need you to connect them up with fence block, and I'll just do a few blocks again to give you a good idea of what we need. And come back to me when you're done.
Okay. So now we're getting into the nitty-gritty details. I mean, it's just basic decoration, right?
Okay, great. It's all starting to come together now. So it can't have escaped your notice, or I really hope it didn't escape your notice, that we have 2 rather large holes in the side of our house. And you may have also noticed that we used a different colour wood for the roof that we did for the walls. And how are we going to make this mismatch of colour work? So I want to draw your attention to the side of the house on the left, and we're going to detail that using a very simple dark oak staircase. And I'm just going to do that side again, and then I want you to copy it on the other side, and then after this it will all become clear why we're doing this.
Oh wait, I think I see what's going on here. Okay. Okay.
So hopefully you got that okay. Now we're going to go back to where we were just a minute ago on the left hand side, and we're going to place a layer of spruce behind the thing we just detailed, so we're adding some depth to this wall. Depth is a really important part of any build, and without even telling you, I've actually forced you to make lots of things with depth. Look at the overhang, it's 1 block above. Look at the frame, it's set 1 block in front of your walls. It's all very important and adds to the overall quality of the build. So this is a fairly easy stage. Just fill in that hole with spruce 1 block behind the dark oak.
I'm trying to NPC Korean, but these lag spikes, they are killing me. Which makes me beg the question, like, how have you not glitched out?
At the front of our house, you may have noticed that there's a slight gap between the frame and then the shape of the roof, leaving a little hole in there. That's quite common when we make shaped roofs, but have a very square frame. So what we do is edit the frame afterwards to make sure that it mirrors that shape. So here, let me do the first bit for you, and again you just copy that onto the other side. Once finished, it should look fairly complete and nice and shaped.
Okay, so we got that. More lag spikes. Yay. I'm starting to think that maybe trying this map wasn't such a good idea.
Okay, so now we actually start detailing, and what better to start with than the door itself. So here, I'm not going to go too much into the details. You could just copy exactly what I did and mirror it over so we have a nice double door. What we've got here is an arch, a little bit of detail, and a walkway up. Off you go.
Just went right through the door. Jeez.
Okay, great, that was fairly easy, and I'm pretty sure you found most of this tutorial easy because you're just kinda copying what I'm doing. But what I'm really trying to do is teach you the mechanics of building. And this one is going to be a little bit more complex than what we've done before because we're going for an edit of our frame and some depth and some detailing. So on the dormer, I'm just gonna do a quick detail and I want you to replicate it on the other side, but please take note of the depth here.
Should this map not have the lag, this map would be a lot easier. There we go.
Excellent. Looking good. Or I assume it looks good. Who knows, really? You probably do. Anyway, let's move on. I'm just going to do a quick window, and I want you to do it on the other side as you've been doing the whole time of this tutorial, and please take note of the nice shape and detail and how I've used staircase to get the shape that I desire.
Oh, okay.
Okay, great. Now let's move back to where the front door is. It's looking kind of bland around it. So here, let me add a few little bits of detail and half a window. So instead of replicating it from the other side to another side, I need you to do it from top to bottom, or rather bottom to top. So here's half a window. I need you to do that on the top as well so that the window is at least 2 blocks tall, and hopefully you get the details right as well.
And is there Are there any other spots where you want me to add the windows? NPC Grian?
Well, would you look at that? It's looking fairly good. In fact, I think we're finished. See you later. Okay. Right, we need to go and detail the rest of the house now, so let me start with the right-hand side. I'm going to do a quick window for you, and I want you to replicate that on the other side of the build. So just to clarify, make sure that you build this exact window on the exact opposite of this build. So I'm building it on the right, you want to build it on the left.
Okay. There. Was that so hard?
So although it looks like we've got everything fairly finished now, we actually want to add a little bit of shape to this because the left hand side of the build is lacking. We've got a balcony on the right, but we actually want a deck on the left hand side. So here, let me start it off for you, and hopefully you can figure out the rest on your own. All I need you to do is use the concepts that I've been teaching you throughout this tutorial. I need you to connect up the logs, and I need you to connect up the fences between them. Fairly simple.
I have a feeling he's gonna want us to, like, put a staircase or something there.
Okay, so now we've got the frame of the deck. All you need to do is fill in the deck with some spruce wood, and you want a quick staircase up to the top. Here, let me build a little bit of it for you, and then you can replicate it to the other side and fill in the rest of the deck. Easy peasy. Okay, good job, and this is the final stage of the build. And I'm going to do quite a lot of things for you here, because from this point on, you're on your own. So, first of all, I'm going to do some quick flower pots for you. The contrast between the green and the wood is really great. And I'm also going to add a quick chimney on the top for you. That one's a freebie, you don't have to do anything there. And I'm going to add a few bits of detail around the house for you. Now, you may notice that there's a lot of walls without details. This is on purpose. You have to detail these yourself, okay? You're a big boy now, or girl. I'm not a prejudiced NPC Grian. And when you're finished detailing it and you're absolutely happy with it and you've got a good interior, which by the way is up to you, surprise surprise, let me know by clicking here, and then I will give you your final surprise, but make sure the house is finished because there's no going back. Good luck!
Okay. So, NPC Grand decided to, let us take our own liberties with, this final stage. So, not much for the interior, but I think it's a fairly nice house, so. NPC Green, would you mind if we posed for a picture? Come on. Cheese! Okay, here's the final surprise.
You finished! Congratulations! I can't do anything else for you now because this is the end of my script and I'm just a voice. So, all the best from Grian himself. I'm just NPC Grian relaying the message from Grian. And I wish you all the best of luck with your future builds. And just as a little surprise, here's your new house in a fresh survival world. Have fun and enjoy this house. And I hope you learned something from building this. I hope you've taken home some techniques that will last with you forever. A huge thank you to Team Wooloo for making this map with me. It's been a fantastic collaboration and a lot of work went into this, I can tell you that. So please make sure that you subscribe to them and enjoy their map creating content. If you downloaded this, you're probably the type of person that likes to check out maps. So go and do that. And I guess there's only one thing left for me to say is, goodbye!
Like, I know that it's probably loading or something, but, I'm pretty sure that was not supposed to happen. So what's gonna happen now? Am I just gonna fall through the bottom of the earth or something? Oh, man. Oh man. Well, I think it's safe to say that by playing this map, as I should probably get back up to the main ground level. Whoa. Okay. Hang on. Wait, where's the house? Where's the house? That's the final surprise? Cobblestone, dirt, hardened clay, leather clothes, seeds, saplings, diamond axes, iron tools, weapons. But the house does not appear to be anywhere, and over there is a small village. But the house that NPC Grian just had us build, it's nowhere around. I got bamboozled.
Oh, TNT, go, go.
Where? What? No, what? What? No, what? Oh my lord!
Okay, so I did teleport there and back, and it did actually teleport the house. It just took a little while for the house to actually load. And hey, look, I already got a little sheep. Isn't that nice? So, yeah. It wasn't so much that I got bamboozled, it was more like the map just needed to load or something, so I just needed to be patient. Oops, my bad. Alrighty, so that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you managed to bear through all those lag problems that I was having. If you like this video, make sure to leave a giant thumbs up, and feel free to comment. After all, it's free, just keep it appropriate, okay? And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and also get the bell icon so you get those email notifications every time I upload, go live, or export from Twitch. I've been your host, D. Casanova, and I will catch you guys next time. Goodbye! Shoo!
Angry Rhino!